Okay, so here we go again. As promised on the last video, I'm starting on the repairing the box structure at the back here that I had to cut out, and I'm going to start on the roll pan. So what I've done is I cut a 14 gauge chunk, broke the bottom at 90 degrees. I cut two access holes here where the roll pan is going to come in tight. That'll be access for bolting on the license plate, and we can go from there. This morning when I was cutting out this 14 gauge, my Mastercraft 4-inch angle grinder, all of a sudden there was flames coming out all around my hands, so it hit the floor. It didn't want to shut off. I had to unplug it. So I guess after four and a half years of abuse and use, it kind of crapped out on me. So have to get a couple more of those. We'll continue here. What I've just got everything tacked in. This panel is not going to be seen because the roll pan's going on over top of it, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm going to finish welding it. I just don't want it to buckle on me. So I'm going to take my time, make sure I don't put a whole bunch of heat into it, and then I can start laying out my roll pan. So we'll be back again. Okay guys, we're back. What I have is two pieces of 18 gauge. They're cut to length. They're broke 90 and 90 again. I've got them clecoed to the back of the box here. They're ready now for me to start putting the curve on the roll pan in. So what I've done is I've made a template for the left side and the right side. They're just slightly different, just like Dodge did. And I'm going to transfer some reference lines on this from this curve onto the bottom of the sheet for the English wheel, so that I can start rolling this curve into the bottom. I checked my radius die on the English wheel, and it's the correct radius to put this curve in. If you look from the end here, it should work perfectly for putting that whole bend in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the rubber on top. Looks like I might have to make a new one. This one's getting kind of full of holes from starting it. So anyhow, I'm going to get the lines marked out on these two pieces and start rolling the radius in the bottom here. Okay guys, so I'm all set up here. I've run about 8 passes. Really nice straight lines. As you can see, it's starting to build a really nice crown in there. I just have to work my way around. It's really important to keep your lines really straight. Go in the same direction all the time. You really want to sneak up on it because it can build shape really quick. For some reason this end is not catching up to the end closest to me. So I just went a little extra there and it caught up. Okay, she's looking really good. I will bring you guys back once I have her all. Okay guys, here's about a little over an hour of tweaking and adjusting to get the bend right. As you can see, we got a nice fit around the end, nice and weldable. So I put as much radius in with the English wheel as I could. It turns out that the radius on that die wasn't quite enough to get the whole bend in. So then I used my piece of 1.5" tubing, or sorry, 1 3/4 tubing, a couple pieces of angle, clamp it down, put the piece underneath, and gently massage it till you get the bend you want in it. So I'm going to carry on, see if I can get the other side to match. Once I do that, then I can tack them together in the center, make sure everything's nice and square and straight, and then I can cut out the Frenched opening for the license plate and cut out the exhaust tip openings as well. So I'll bring you back. Okay guys, we're back. I got the 2 halves built. I've got probably another 2 hours of dicking around, getting everything just right. All the curve. I got the 2 panels welded together in the center. I got really nice fit on the ends. This one needs just a little bit of adjusting in. I can do that when I'm welding it. So next thing to do here is I'm going to make the license plate recess to go in the center. I'm going to break a box that'll fit inside. Then I'll cut the hole for it, and I'll cut it to size and fit it in, tack weld it all in while this is sitting on here, and that'll give it lots of strength before I pull it all off. So once I start getting the box laid out here, I'll bring you back. Well guys, once again I got carried away and forgot about recording. So I built a box out of 18 gauge, set it in, or I marked the hole and set it in, and then I marked the edges where I wanted to cut it off, trimmed it off, and I just started welding it in here. So that's pretty much the look we're going to have. I love it. We got a little bit of fine tuning to do, and then I got to get the tips cut into it, and then I can weld the whole thing onto the back here. I should probably trial fit the tailgate before I get too carried away though. So I'm going to keep welding away on this, and then I can bring you back once I get it all dressed up here. Okay guys, I got the roll pan done. Decided I should put the tailgate in. Just slide the tail lights in. Tomorrow I'm going to cut the holes for the exhaust tips, make the inserts for that, and then I can weld the whole roll pan onto the back of the truck here. So anyhow guys, we'll carry on tomorrow. Hey guys, back again Wednesday morning here. So this is the exhaust cutout pattern I made that is the same shape as the back window. So now I have to make an insert that goes into the roll pan on the back of the truck. So what I've done is I took 18 gauge and I shaped it exactly the same as the back window. I put the seam at the top so it won't be visible. This will get welded flush into the roll pan, and then the exhaust tips will come through here. So I'll build the exhaust tips the same way. Probably what I'll do, I'll just show you the jig I made for doing this. I took a piece of 3/16 plate, 4 5/8 bolts. I marked the centers where the holes go for my pattern, and then using a clamp to get it started, I took a piece of 3-inch 18 gauge and I wrap it around using a hammer to make sure all the edges are tight and square, and then I just run a bead down and then fine tune it afterwards. So I'll carry on. I'll get this second one made here, and then we'll get the roll pan marked out and get these pieces welded in. We'll be back shortly. Okay guys, I got the exhaust cutouts in. I got the liner tacked in on both sides. I cut the inner piece just a touch bigger so that there won't be any rattles there. So now I'm going to finish welding these. Then I'll take the roll pan off, do a little bit of preliminary, drill some spot weld holes across the top and across the bottom, and then I can weld the roll pan on as well. So I'll bring you back here in a bit. Okay guys, we're back. I've got everything primered and weld through primer on it. Everything's set here. So I'm just about ready to weld this apron on, or roll pan, or whatever you want to call it. So this is going to be the last of the metal work, thank God. So I'll bring you back once she's in there and positioned. Okay guys, there's the finished product. To say I'm happy that this part of this job is done is an understatement. This is the end of metal work, other than a little bit of grinding on a few of the old welds. Pretty happy with that. I think the owner's going to love it. I'm going to close the door here. I've got the valance, or the roll pan is all welded in. I have to seam seal around the top, and that's about it. The tips are in. So that's going to be the end of the rust repair and metal work on the Fargo. From here we're going to get into mechanical, going through the engine, probably building a set of headers, 2.5-inch dual exhaust, and air ride control that's on its way here. So anyhow guys, thanks for tuning in, thanks for subscribing, and catch you on the next one.